Hey everybody, Kimberly Christine here from Mystic Wellness Academy, and I just want to chime in because I want to let you know that I am going to be launching my Paranormal Reiki 1 class. Actually, it's Reiki 1 with a paranormal twist, but it is going to be really big for people who are paranormal investigators and you want to learn a little bit more about energy. I think this is really something. Now, in my 11 years of being a paranormal investigator / paranormal tour guide, and I've always had a massive affinity for science, and I've been a Reiki master since 2011. And I started my Reiki journey in 2011. I've been a Reiki master since 2017. Being able to take all of that and my love for spirituality, quantum physics, science, ancient wisdom, and kind of meshing all of this together to be able to offer a paranormal Reiki class for you. I'm excited to be launching this probably in the next few weeks. I'm about halfway done with creating the course content. It is going to be a live online class. We'll get into that a little bit later, but I really, really want to just dive in and hit it head on. And this is a topic that I have been hoarding for about a year and a half. Now, a lot of this comes from my experience doing paranormal work and also my love for science with some quantum physics as well. And the biggest thing that I really want to share with you is in quantum physics, which is a little bit more about quantum mechanics, and it is the double slit experiment. Now, the double slit experiment is a huge part of my understanding and how I want to explain it to you when it comes to the paranormal. Now, in quantum physics, the double slit experiment is one of the most strangest and enlightening demonstrations of how observation changes reality. Now, here's the short version. Let's say you have, let me get an experiment. I need to get props. I'll be right back. I found it. The short version. When a stream of particles, let's say somebody's like right where you're at, right? You're shooting particles, BBs, flashlight, a ray of light, something like when particles are shot through these two slits, two electrons, photons, and it is shot onto the back of a wall, right? That wall is a solid wall, right? And it hits the wall, those particles. When nobody's observing, let's just say the scientists ran the test and they're like, hey, let's go get a coffee, right? And the scientists were shooting through these two slits. It would act like, let's kind of just do that, right? We've got the two slits, the two holes. It would act like waves. Think about throwing pebbles, like say you throw two rocks into a river, right? Or an ocean, lake, whatever, into some water. And the water forms the ripples, right? So those ripples, the particles, behave like waves, creating an interference pattern through the screen. Right here, where all of those ripples and waves meet and cross, it creates a ripple and what they call an interference pattern on the screen. We've got this looking like this, right? And the end product is all these crisscrossies coming together and creating this interference pattern, all right? And it basically states that these particles are in a state of probability, right? Simultaneously exploring all paths, right? Fluid, chaotic, and a little bit of energetic as well. But let's say the scientists come back, right? And they stop the test, and then they're like, oh, hey, let's do this again. They run another test, and they're watching, right? The scientists are watching. The moment a measuring device or an observer is added to the equation, everything changes. The particles, pew, 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 act like little solid marbles, pellets, hitting just as it should, right? Oh, we better behave, all right? And it's going to choose either one path or the other. The very act of being watched forces them to behave in a more normal or expected way. What does that have to do with paranormal Reiki? Well, everything! And this is how I have come to my conclusions with my experience doing investigations. When you aggressively try to control the situation, right? Investigators, you go into a property and you're like, hey, spirits, are you here? Make these lights go off and do all of this stuff, right? Can you touch me? Can you scratch me? Can you hit me? Can you pull my hair? When you're demanding the spirits, the energy in this spiritual field, the energy condenses, conforms, or hides, just like those particles, right? And you might get pretty crappy results, right? And you could be in it overnight and you just, maybe one light will flash. You're like, it was like throwing bananas to a monkey and hoping the monkeys will come out of the tree or whatever. The animal in the zoo is like, screw you. I'm not coming out because you're forcing me to come out. I'll come out when I'm damn good and ready, right? Basically, when that moment is observed too closely or you're trying too hard to get results, you don't get good results. But when you enter a space passively and you have basically just relaxed intuitively, letting your energy flow, being present, not being demanding, what happens? Just like the unobserved waves, the energy moves unpredictably, right? Apparitions flicker, you hear voices, you get emotional, you'll feel these highs and these lows, right? Reiki flows into that liminal space. And sometimes very strange and profound things will happen to you. This isn't about doing less, but it's about doing things differently. It's about entraining your awareness with the environment rather than trying to force it into clarity. The most mystical moments often come when you are soft-focused, receptive, and in that quantum place between the seen and the unseen. As a Reiki practitioner, ask yourself, are you going to collapse that wave? Or are you going to ride it, man? That is what I wanted to share with you. I hope you enjoyed that. A little bit of a concept for me and some of the things that I will be teaching you. Take that with a grain of salt. If there's any of you paranormal investigators out there, no, this is why I go into a property when I do an investigation and I'm passive. I don't go in right away, all bells and whistles blowing. You go in, you observe that space. I tell people 2 days. If you're going to a haunted hotel, take that first day and don't do a damn thing. Sleep in the room, feel, sense, observe what is happening. Then that second day, then you can set stuff up and say, hey, remember me? I heard that you were trying to, reach out, communicate a little bit. And I come with good intentions. And I just would like to see if you would like to chat with me for a little bit or a little bit of a communication back and forth. I call this a passive investigation. Be passive. You will get the best results. All right, everybody. I hope you like that. And pass it on. If any of you want to get certified in Reiki 1, this is the biggest thing, actually. I just gave you like the biggest part of it all. But it's so juicy, right? We talk about the aura, the chakras, intuition, the clairs. We get into Ayurveda and the elements. So all of that encompasses, as well as this little bit of quantum mechanics for you. Alrighty, everybody. Hope you enjoyed that tip. Peace out within, my friends. Reiki 1 coming soon. Mystic Wellness Academy. Visit my Facebook page, my website, and I hope to see some of you on the other side here. All right. Bye-bye, my friends.